Hey guys, Joey here with Joe's RV Tech DIY. We're working on a Tropical diesel pusher. It's a little bit older. We're working on, there's a water heater and the mounting brackets of it and everything were breaking off, or the tabs where you fold it over, and it was falling inside the compartment. So it's an Atwood, and on these Tropical diesel pushers, they have a cutout in the compartment door. It makes it very difficult to upgrade it to the new Diagnosing style water heater. I've yet to find a way to do it right without modifying the compartment door and like doing substantial work. So this steel is kind of rotted out a little bit, and we're going to clean it up and give it a fresh coat of paint. And then the water heater, we're going to repair the metal surrounding, and I'll show you that here in a second. But when you remove these, if you're working on one and you're wondering, how do I unhook the plumbing lines? The plumbing lines on these are long, and they do extend out with it, as well as the wiring. So you can see it's got a service loop there. So you can cut that when you hook it back up, and then when you put it back in, you could put another service loop, but make sure it's long enough so that when you pull it back out, the next guy has to pull it back out, that he can actually do that, because it's really impossible to get inside there and remove them otherwise. But we'll walk over here and I'll show you guys the slide out. We're working on it as well. So it's got one of the cable driven slide outs. See how they're unhooked in the top? In the other video, I'll show you what happened to it. If you guys want to check it out, I'll show you what's wrong with it. So this wire here goes in, and then it's all spun up on the inside. I don't know if you'll be able to see it, but see that wire in there that's all like, looks like it's doing a bend, the corner? That's not good. See, the top one's missing. That's supposed to be hooked up there to that steel tab. So that's what makes this go in and out. I have another video that shows you guys how to manually operate these when they aren't working properly, as far as driving the motor. So let's go look at the water heater and I'll show you what was wrong with it. This motorhome's got several things we're doing on it. Just a little bit of a project here we're working for one of our customers. So come over here. Got my dad out here helping me today. So here's what we're talking about. These metal tabs here, they're just tacked on, and you bend them flat and then you mount them to that steel surrounding that they made custom for this Tropical. This one's missing entirely. Must have fallen off somewhere. We don't know. But we'll be able to fix this because the tank is still really good. And when we do, we'll rebuild it. We'll put a new gas valve, new burner, new control board, new TPT valve, new ECO and T-stat. And then we'll inspect the tank. We'll remove all of this foam surrounding before we do any of that. And we'll pressure test it and make sure it has no leaks. And, so save the customer a little bit of money. But here is the other piece that goes to that. And if you look here, I'm going to zoom in. It's pretty rotted. The steel is just terrible. So we're going to try to clean that up with a wire wheel and see how much of it's actually left, or if we need to just make a new piece like this, which sometimes making custom parts like that is necessary. But if we have to, we will upgrade it to a Diagnostic, or maybe even a Suburban. The problem with these manufacturers, when they build these water heaters inside the compartment like that, is that they don't think about later down the road that this unit might actually be discontinued, and if it wasn't available, what are they supposed to do for heat? Another option you can do is you can custom install an on-demand water heater. So, because I know some of you are going to be watching this saying, I had the same problem, except for my water heater's toast. I can't rebuild it, Joey. I need a new one. So you just have to make sure it exhausts properly when you do it. So, and if you need to modify the compartment door, it is fiberglass. So you just want to either hire a professional, or if you know what you're doing, just modify it accordingly. So this RV is getting new batteries. It's got quite a bit going on here. So It's a rainy day today, but you all know me, I work rain or shine. So it's got GC2 6-volt batteries. We'll put new cables and new batteries on it because these cables are pretty old and tired. And the reason we do that is because when they get that buildup on them, it kind of just builds into the copper, and it's just not a real good connection anymore. But if you look, somebody put the temperature sense wire in the wrong place. They put it up here on the fuse. This is actually supposed to be on the batteries. This is what tells the inverter charger when the batteries, like it's a battery temp sensor, okay? So if the batteries were too hot or anything like that, the inverter charger is going to know, hey, I need to shut these off real quick. It's, you know, so it doesn't create another problem. But we'll go ahead and test that, make sure it's still working, and we'll relocate it onto the new batteries when we put all new cables and everything as well. The transfer switch in this thing works great. But take you guys inside if you like. But you'll have to watch my other video on the slide out to see what's going on with the actual pulleys for the slide out. So we'll come in here, probably gonna cross paths with my dad Mike. I don't know if some of you guys remember him from the other videos. He's retired now. He comes out, helps me all the time. So that's kind of nice for me. But there's the slide out that we're working on the inside. As you can see, there is not a lot of room to work.
Camera right there and shoot down inside there.
But I'll try to get the camera up there without messing up the video angle. It doesn't look like it's going to work, but you can see that there's the cable for the top. There's the cable for the bottom. So the other video that we'll post, it'll show the pulleys and what they look like, and you guys can see what the problem was and how it pulled off the wall, and you know, to kind of maybe prevent you from having a problem. Looks like we found the pulleys right there. There's the old ones. We'll get a new pulley kit for this as well. So this is, you know, this is like a really good RV back in its day, like top of the line, and it still is. So it just needs a little love, and we're gonna give it that love so that we can get her put back together. As you can see, it still has really nice cabinets in it, TV, everything. I mean, this is a good RV. Have a lot of fun in it with a family. Don't be afraid to buy an older RV, you guys. So, in my opinion, some of them are built pretty well compared to how some of them are built now. And you know, another thing here, this antenna needs a new handle, but to be honest, it needs a new antenna to go to digital because this is the old analog one. And they do make an adapter for it that we can put on it so he can get analog channels and digital channels. But most people got the new smart TVs and everything, so we want to get those digital channels, and we can put the adapter on this antenna for him and get it all lined up. So he used this RV for several years. He'll be giving it to a family member, he said, when he's done. It has just a single door refrigerator in it, but you know, it's got the fantastic fans. We'll probably clean that all up for him. This is a good sized project, but like, you know, the customer's willing to invest some money into it if we're willing to invest the time in it and make sure it's good again. So that being said, hate to end the video now, but we'll see you guys in the next one. Be sure to like, subscribe, and share the video, and safe travels.